Training with the descendants of real samurai on top of a mountain, this is really intense. This isn't just something that was built for sports. This is something that was built out of warfare, and they still use it today in judo.
As the sun set, we went outside. We'd pushed ourselves hard, but in the process, we'd begun to harness the power of our own minds and bodies. But to the east, our clash with the champion still loomed. To survive, we'd both have to continue to push ourselves. Sensei helped ease our throbbing muscles with strong words of encouragement.
I think he's saying we did a good job, but we got more to learn. Early the next morning, it was back to work. Instead of their fists, Sensei's students were packing staffs.
So from here on in, we want you guys soon to be able to read your opponent's moves.
That's good.
So this is about reading your opponent's moves before they come at you. That's how it translates to judo. We're not going to be taking a stick with us onto the judo mat, but we have to be able to read what our opponent does and react to it. As the speed and intensity of the exercises increased, we began to sense where he would move next. To visualize the attacks and to counter them.
But we didn't just work our minds. We also worked on our strength by running through the steep mountains and by chopping wood. Being here has really enveloped 3 different principles: body, mind, spirit. We've strengthened our body through being thrown into hardwood floors and training with each other. Mind, we've learned our techniques over and over and over again, practicing. And spirit, on a visceral level, now we're moving into things like knowing our opponent and what he's going to do and being able to react to him. The guy we're fighting, he's an intense guy. He's been beating and conditioning his body for years. And I think these moves that we're learning and how to use our energy is going to help us in our judo match.
Thank you. Yeah, he thinks we did a great job, and I feel great about it.
Sweet! I think I did good, man. I'm getting my hips into my throws, which is important because you need to throw people in judo. It was time to put our hard-earned skills to the test. Not in training, but in a hardcore matchup against a real judo champion.
Our crusade to learn the foundations of judo has taken us from the police training of Kyoto to the remote dojos of the samurai. And finally, back to Tokai University in Tokyo. Now one of us would face off with a judo champion. Back in Tokai's main dojo, we met our challenger face to face.
Hey, Coach.
Coach.
How are you? Good to see you again.
Welcome back.
Thank you. You guys got everyone in here training, huh?
Yeah. Okawa, Yasuga. Let's introduce him. He's Yasuga Okawa, your opponent.
How long have you been training in judo?
About 22 years.
22 years. Wow.
Watching Okawa in action, it was clear they'd pick the biggest, baddest judoka they could find to take us on. Okawa's a guy who's not only strong, but has spent years mastering the techniques we're just now getting the hang of. He's got a low center of gravity. He's a thick guy, man.
Yeah, he looks tough.
Yeah, he looks like he can toss you around with ease.
Ooh.
He doesn't even move. I love how, like, when this guy is pushing him all around, he's just like a rock.
Yeah.
He just kind of hangs out and looks for it, and then takes it whenever he wants it. Ooh. You've got our work cut out for us either way.
Okawa had a deep understanding of momentum and center of gravity, and a mastery of the complex body mechanics of judo's moves, which would make him a very tough opponent. for whichever one of us decided to fight him. Well, I think you got a great jiu-jitsu background, but I think with my strength and size, I can push this guy all over the mat. I don't think he'll have a chance if I just decide to bull rush him.
Yeah, but my concern is he just gonna be able to kind of stall you both out because you're bigger and stronger and he's a better judo player. See, I know that I would be kind of more active and moving around. It might be harder for him to mount a ground offensive on me.
You're definitely faster, and I think you got more technique than I do.
I'm gonna go with speed and technique on this one. Judo seems very technical.
It's all yours, brother.
All right, man. Time to get changed.
All right.
Our match would occur here, the main dojo of Tokai. And just like in my MMA fights, I needed to prepare my mind as much as my body. Right before fights, I'm just quiet. It's me time. Gotta get my head in the right place.
You plan on attacking his legs at all?
Yeah, my whole plan is gonna be stay out of his comfort zone and shoot. I'm gonna try to attack his legs more than his upper body because I think he's more used to guys attacking his upper body. But you know, this guy's been doing this for 20 years. I'm sure he's seen everything. Or maybe not.
I heard he practiced jiu-jitsu, so this is my first time to fight jiu-jitsu player. I want to fight judo strategy, not jiu-jitsu strategy. Just grab gi and try to throw him. Not newaza, not ground.
A little more tape. A little more prayers. Be ready to roll.
You ready, Hollywood? Let's go. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. This is the Mecca of judo. Better place to have a match. Your match, Hollywood. Your match, baby.
Our fights would be 3 rounds. Each round will be 2 minutes long, or until one of us scores a full point, called ippon.
The scoring in judo is based in its roots on the battlefield. For a judo move to score ippon, it must be decisive. It can be a throw, a pin, a choke, or a lock. A move that would on the battlefield mean death or submission for the loser.
With the yell of Hajime, the match began.
For the drag, Jason. For the drag, it's there. Oh, he's sweeping. That's the foot. He's looking for the sweep.
The first round was all about feeling out my opponent, trying to find his center of balance, probing for weakness, and looking for a point of attack. I went for an armbar like I had learned at the Kyoto Police Department. But Okawa brought his arms in and we stalled out on the mat. Agamizu sensei stood us back up and we started sizing each other up again.
Hit it.
I got caught looking at his feet and Okawa dropped me with a move that I should have seen coming. An Uchimata throw. Advantage, Okawa.
I think he,
That grip
yeah.
is nearly impossible to get off. I can't wait till he grabs me. I've got to play more active.
You're just gonna have to break it. If he does get in, break his wrist, but before that,
I'm gonna try shooting right off the bat.
take a leg. I would take a leg. See how he reacts.
All right, let's go.
Let's do it. You got it, go. Suck it in, suck it in.
He was too strong for a leg sweep and again had me by the gi. My only option, sacrifice. Remembering my lessons from the Butokuden, I went for a sacrifice throw. But Okawa shifted his momentum and we went to the mat.
Crank him down. There you go. Nice, nice. Keep working the gi.
With throws and sweeps not working, it was time to go to a signature MMA move, a triangle choke. This has been money for me in the past.
Triangle.
I almost had the choke, but Okawa held me off just long enough to stall out the match. When we got back up, he caught me with a foot sweep and smashed me to the mat. But with his weight, there was no getting up. I was down 0-2. Okawa was clearly in control. This match now boiled down to one thing: pride.
Concentrate now. Go, 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 go.
I set up for a sacrifice throw, but transitioned to a flying armbar. Missed him by inches. With that, it was over.
He's a good competitor. He's good at ground technique. So if he practices some techniques, he will be a good judo player.
I think you did good.
I think it's